Hi, my name is Devin, and I thought I would make a quick video to show you or give you tips that I use for the 21-day fix and how I keep track of what I eat each day and how I make sure I get my containers and stick to those containers that I get each day. What I do is I use my eating plan book and I go to page 4. You want to look at this equation. This is where you figure out how many calories you get each day and what containers you get for your day. Then after you figured out this number, you go to page 19 and you'll see this chart. And that number you just figured up, you're going to want to find it in one of these 4 columns. Once you find that number, let's say you fit in this column, it's going to have numbers that go down this column. That's going to tell you how many of each container over here and spoons that you get each day. Now for me, I know what I get each day. This does not mean it's what you get. You'll want to figure out your number. And once you figure out how many containers you get in that day, forget that number. That's what these containers are for. So you don't have to calculate how many calories you're eating or want to stick to that exact amount each day. It's not going to be that every day. Some days you're going to get a little less. Some days a little bit more. The containers do all the work for you. So just a quick review of what the containers are. Green is your veggies. Purple is your fruit. Red is your protein. Yellow is your carbs. The little blue one is your cheese and your nuts. And the little orange one is going to be your dressings and your seeds. What I would like to do and how I do things is I get index cards and I get my kids colored pencils. I get a color for each container that I just showed you. The black colored pencil that I use is for my teaspoons that I get every day. Those are your good fats. And at the end of your eating plan book, it's gonna tell you what you can have in each container. Just because it's not on the list does not mean you cannot have it. They just give you kind of a quick guide as to what you can have and tell you how much of that you can have. Next, what I do for my index cards, I will count out 21 cards because that is 1 round for me. So I will do cards for the entire 21 days. And what I do is Monday through Friday, I'll write at the top what day it is, Monday-week 1, Tuesday-week 1, all the way to Sunday. Then I'll do the exact same thing, and for the next week I'll write Monday through Friday, and then week 2, and then again for week 3. So I've got one for every day of this round of the fix. Once I do that, kind of shows you here at the top, Monday, week 1, and then I'll do that for every day. I will make a cheat sheet so that I can, I put it on my refrigerator, and so I know what I can have each day. Kind of my quick go-to guide. And then I will go ahead and make my squares on the cards that I just made for the days of the week and what week I'm on. See how they're all just squared for each color? I do not color them in until I actually eat that day. This helps me see what I have eaten and what I still have left that I can eat. For example, let's say on a Monday morning, I'm going to start off with my Shakeology. Shakeology, of course, is a red if you're mixing it with water. I mix mine with almond milk, so I have to count it as 1 red and 1 yellow. So this is what I would have done if I had had my Shakeology. Back it off a little bit for you so you can see it. You'll see that I colored in 1 red and 1 yellow. And I still have these empty open boxes that I still know that I can have for my snacks, my lunch, my next snack, my dinner. I go up to 6 meals a day, so I try to spread these things out throughout my day. I also meal plan for my suppers, especially so that I can eat supper with my family. I will then take a pen, and if I know what I'm having for supper that night, I will write an S in that box for supper so that I know that I'm going to use those at night. I don't color them in until I've actually eaten that, but it helps me see for the rest of my day that I still have these other containers that I can use, but I'm still going to be able to have that dinner with my family. So that's what I do for my 21 days to keep track of my containers and make sure that I'm keeping track of my food. That is key to success with trying to stay on track and making sure you're not going over or under what you need each day. Some people will do this same thing as me, but what they'll do is they'll put parchment paper or even laminate this, and they will take a white and white marker and reuse that one every day over and over again. I don't. I have small children who would come and wipe that off, and I would be back to square one and trying to remember what I'd had that day and what I still need to have. So that's my quick tip on how I do that part. My next little tip for you is on how I keep track of my water each day. Good old Shakeology cup that we got with our program. What I like to do, I have figured out how many ounces of water I can have every day, and that means I can have 3 of these a day. So that I don't have to remember what I drink or what I still need to drink, I put rubber bands. That's what these are here on the side of my glass. Every time I finish one, I'll remove a rubber band so that I know that I still have 2 of these yet to drink today. Once they're gone, then I know I've got my water in for the day. I hope my tips have helped you, and if you have any questions, please feel free to get a hold of me. If there's anything that you guys would like some tips on or questions on, let me know. I'd be happy to make a video and just kind of give you some tips on what's worked for me. This may not work for you, but this is how it's worked for me, and hopefully it'll give you some ideas to help you get to where you need to. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.